This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now Jones. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Throwing, Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Nifty running by Barkley there on first down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And that will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Back to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Heineke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here comes Carter. A beautiful fake. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Heineke rolling to his right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Heineke to throw it. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On third down, here's Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, a 15-yard touchdown run, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Returning it, John Ross. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw again on second down. Jones. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Jones now from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Heineke. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Double dog, that's the way. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. And what's that? And what's the ball? Check 13. Check 13.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. On the return, Carter. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Final play of the half here. Heineke eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Eight yards to go on second down. From the gun, Heineke. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback?
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for him here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. A handoff for Gibson. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A first down throw for Heineke. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. From the 22, Heineke. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now Heineke. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down. Heineke. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Heineke. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down now, it's Gibson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's Heineke. And he will find his man, Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 35 yards. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes our score 17-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Second and 10. Throwing again. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be out right at the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. From the gun, Jones to Barkley on the check down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Back to throw again. And that'll be caught by Tony. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on second down. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Off the play fake. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Heineke's throw taken in by Samuel. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
On 3rd down, Heineke. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Heineke again. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st and 10, Heineke. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Heineke. Got a man. It's Brown. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. Heineke. That's to his running back, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Heineke. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Rolling to his left. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And Ingram holds it in. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So a victory here for the Washington